To hide his money, he specifically bought a mansion that takes up 1 square meter. The bedroom was used to store gold, and the living room was piled high with suitcases stuffed with cash every time his wife looked for shoes. It took her half a day. All the shoe boxes were crammed with money. Jimmy brought home a ton of bills every day. Before long, the mansion couldn't hold it all. Cash spilled out of the wardrobe, nearly crushing him to death, so he built a stable to stash more. But it still wasn't nearly enough. Each night, Jimmy dug holes in the yard to bury money, but after a whole night of hard digging, all he turned up was the money he'd buried the day before. With no other options, he had to start depositing it in banks. Because of Jimmy, this small town with fewer than 1,000 people opened over a dozen banks. The banks even emptied their vaults to serve him exclusively. That's how Jimmy ended up depositing billions in each one. Next, he needed to launder all that cash. To do it, he set up countless shell companies and hired homeless people and seniors as CEOs, but the money laundering still couldn't keep up with how fast he was depositing funds, even though everyone knew Jimmy's wealth was dirty money. No cop dared to arrest him. Jimmy had started out as just an average pilot, with a salary that barely covered the basics, so he often took advantage of his job to smuggle cigarettes on the side, making a little extra cash. The CIA quickly caught wind of his operation, but instead of arresting him, the agent used the smuggling to blackmail him. Jimmy was a hell of a pilot, and the CIA needed him to fly a huge plane low over Central America, snapping photos of rebel positions. Jimmy was born for thrills, so he agreed right away. But the mission was way more dangerous than he'd imagined. Every time he flew near a rebel base, he'd come under heavy fire. Luckily, his flying skills were incredible. He always managed to cheat death. Spending so much time flying over Central American rainforests had put him on the radar of a Colombian drug cartel, and that's how Jimmy was about to become a billionaire.